So what's up, everybody? This is gonna be my first video on YouTube. My YouTube channel name is Otaku Struggle. I'm pretty much gonna be breaking down like anime versus and having anime discussions. So I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and get into what I'm gonna talk about today. And what I'm gonna talk about is I'm gonna talk about the weakest to strongest members in the Black Bulls in the Black Clover series. And Black Clover is one of my favorite series, if not my favorite series as of the new series that are airing. And I guess I should just go ahead and jump into this list. So, the weakest to strongest members in the Black Bulls. The first one I would have to say, which would be the weakest out of all the Black Bulls members, is Gordon. Now, the reason why that I say Gordon is the main reason I can say Gordon is because Gordon doesn't really have that much screen time in the anime or in the manga. Now, in the manga, it has been shown his the type of magic he uses, and he uses poison magic power, and he also uses hex magic to pretty much add more effect to his poison magic. And I don't think anybody really assumes that Gordon is one of the more top tier characters in the anime or in the Black Bulls whatsoever. So I'm just going to leave it at that, and I'm going to go to the next person. Okay, so for the number 2 spot, I would have to give it to Charmy. Now, the reason why I give the second weakest to Charmy is because it has to do with her magic and a little bit of her personality. Now, as far as her personality, I don't really see her as a character who has a strong will in general, or a strong will to fight or anything like that. It seems like the only time that she really gets into conflict is if her friends are in dire danger, or, as we all know, somebody messes with her food. But she does have a very interesting magic with her cotton magic, her creation magic, and her restraining magic, which is all very interesting or whatever. And we also haven't really seen too many one-on-ones with her, or really any verses with her at all. But she is a very interesting character, and I do hope they show more of her in the future, maybe in actual one-on-one verses or so on. So I'm going to jump down to the next person, which is the third person, which is Gray. Okay, so I actually really like Gray. Gray is actually a pretty interesting character to me. The anime recently revealed Gray's real form, which is, the timid, scared, blue-haired girl. Now, I wouldn't really necessarily I wouldn't necessarily put her exactly above Charmy. If I could, I would put them in the exact same position, just because neither one of them have showed a high amount of feats or a lot of destructive capacity or anything like that. And there's not really a lot to talk about this character, except for Gray uses transformation magic and can transform herself into animals, persons, or non-living objects, which is a very interesting magic, a very, very interesting magic. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that Julius, the Wizard King, I think he was shown to use transformation magic at a point in the anime when he transformed into that old lady or whatever. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for Gray. So now we're gonna move into I guess I would like to say the more powerful characters in the series. It's definitely a step up, I would say, from the previous 3 I mentioned. And in the number 4 spot, I'm gonna have to give it to Finral. Now, I would easily say, and I think most people can agree with me, that Finral would be probably above most of the previous people, just because I feel like in recent times, I feel like Finral has definitely proved himself as a better Black Bulls member and a better character, with a little bit better character development as far as the past few episodes has went. Because we've seen him at the beginning of the series be a person who is just interested as interested in flirting with hot girls, you know what I'm saying, and more of like an Uber to Captain Yami than anything. But we've seen him in the Veto fight, we've seen him pull his own weight, we've seen that really, I would like to think that if Finral was not in the Veto fight, that I couldn't see Austin necessarily winning or that fight going down like it did. And to my knowledge, it hasn't been shown in the anime, but in the manga, he is also able to create multiple orb-like objects for attacks, which gives him a little bit to attack with, other than always constantly teleporting and things of that nature. So, yep, for number 4, I have Finral. So we're going to move to number 5 now. And for number 5, I'm going to give it to Noel Silva. Also one of my other favorite characters in the Black Bull series. I really like all of the Black Bulls. I can't really have a favorite. But the reason why I would give number 5 to Noel is because she has a lot better feats than all of the others on this list. Noel, she is a royal, so she has a good amount of magic reserves. As far as feats, she has when she blew up Vito's arm, which, I would say that's way beyond anything that the previous people have shown. It's also in the anime, in the most recent episode, you saw her take down Fanna's spirit, which she used her Sea Dragon's Roar attack to pretty much destroy, which is also pretty impressive, So yeah, I would easily say that Noel is definitely above the rest of the people, and I'm very interested to see how Noel grows and how strong she gets, because she's a character who has a very high amount of potential, and I would definitely like to see her grow in the future. So for the number 6 spot, we're gonna give that to Magna. Okay, so we're gonna give the number 6 spot to Magna. And I really enjoy Magna's character. He's a guy who uses fire magic, and he's also a very big hothead or whatever. But the thing about Magna the reason I put him above Noel, even though Noel would kind of have a greater feat, like, because Noel was shown to actually injure Vito, where Magna didn't injure Vito, and you could say when she took down Fanna's spirit, that also has a good part to play in it as feats as well. But the reason I would put Magna over Noel is because Magna has he has more, I would say, fighting experience than Noel. He has more more destructive capability, I would say. And just to name off some of the type of magic he uses fire magic, restraining magic, creation magic, and I'm not trying to give a lot of spoilers in this video, but in the future we will see him use reinforcement magic. So given all this, especially, what I'm saying, just his will to fight alone, and using plus that with all of his magics, I would put him above Noel, because I just feel like he would be able to do more damage to an opponent than Noel necessarily would be able to. But yeah, he's a very good Black Bulls member. I think one of the first we were introduced to. Okay, so for the number 7 spot, we're gonna give it to Vanessa. And I know a lot of people might be like, huh, you're putting Vanessa above Magna? You're putting Vanessa above Noel? Like, why would you do this? The reason why I put Vanessa at number 7 is just because, we've seen, as far as the anime goes, we've seen her help to a very great deal in the Vito fight, as far as, pulling Austin around, helping him attack, and things of that nature. Even though we haven't quite saw her battle, the reason why I put her at number 7 is purely for, one reason, or maybe like 1 or 2 reasons, is because it's mainly because of the manga, what the manga has showed as far as her. we've shown in the manga, we've been shown that she can use her thread magic. She can use thread magic, and she can use red thread of fate magic. And I'm trying to keep this video to where anime viewers won't be spoiled or spoiled very badly or anything like that. So to keep this spoiler free, I'm not going to really talk about Vanessa's magic too much. But if you do want to know why I put her at number 7, then you should just look more into it. Like, just look more into it. Just look more into her magic, or read the manga and see what she's about. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the number 8 spot. And, okay, first of all, let me say this. I'm kind of terrible at pronouncing Japanese names, so if I butcher somebody's name, please don't kill me for it. But I think you pronounce his name Gotch, or I guess you would say Gotch. I guess that's the best way to explain it. But the Black Bulls member who uses the mirror, I would put him above Vanessa and everybody else for quite a few reasons. We saw that when he was fighting, we saw that his magic is very useful, and it has a lot of different varieties of how he could use it. For example, you have somebody as strong as Lit who done his move that would have that would have killed Yami, that would have killed Asta, that would have killed pretty much all of the people that were there. But he used his reflection magic with his mirror to take that attack and aim it right back at Lit. And that's one reason alone why I put him so far up on this list. You have just kind of a hack ability like that. Like, Lit is so far above Gotch, but he was able to, just because of the type of magic he had, he was able to reflect such a powerful attack. And we've also seen him before being able to shoot lasers at people through the mirrors, being able to reflect beams off of the mirrors, being able to I guess copy other people, or copy, what's the best way to say it? To make clones of certain people or clones of certain attacks with the eye he has, which is very interesting. And you don't really see, to my knowledge, there hasn't been anybody else with mirror magic, so it seems like he has a very unique ability with various spells, and that's why that I would like to give him the number 8 spot. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the number 9 spot. And with the number 9 spot, I would like to put Luck there. And the reason why that I would put Luck there is because he has lightning magic, he has mana sensing ability. From what it has shown from the anime, he has a lot of stamina, and he obviously has I would say, other than Yami, he probably has the most battle experience out of anybody. And he also has, the kind of like the Goku effect a little bit, where he enjoys battle, he enjoys fighting a stronger opponent. He likes to fight a stronger challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole time he was fighting Vito, he wasn't really worried. He was more excited to push himself, to fight that stronger enemy. And that's always something that's very interesting to me. So for that reason alone, I would definitely put Luck above everybody else on this list. This is something I should have said at the very beginning of the video, but I'm kind of new to YouTube, so I'm not too used to doing this. But this list is going to exclude Asta, and I feel like the reason I'm excluding Asta is kind of an obvious reason, because he would pretty much be, one of the stronger members. And I feel like most people know exactly where Asta fits into the Black Bulls and into the series. So I'm not going to bring Asta into this list, because I want this list to be somewhat original and not have Asta in it. So we just got done talking about Luck, and we gave Luck the number 9 spot. So so we're gonna give the number 10 spot to somebody who it's pretty obvious who we're gonna give it to here. It's pretty obvious. It's gonna be Yami, for obvious reasons. Personally, in my opinion, not talking about the him being the strongest in the Black Bulls, I would say he's in the top 4 to top 3 of the strongest Magic Knights in the whole series. I would like to say. But Yami, to break down some of his feats, the strongest villains that we've seen so far in the series, as far as the anime goes, we've seen Lit and we've seen Vito. Okay, so we've seen those are arguably the 2 strongest villains we've seen as far as the anime goes right now. We've seen Yami go head to head with Lit. In a very, very good fight. We saw Yami go head to head with 3 of the Eye of the Midnight Sun members, and he held his own very well. You know, we've seen him push his limits when the other members of the Black Bulls were in trouble, and he learned a new move and finished and pretty much one-shot at Vito. It was I would say a fatigued Vito and kind of an injured Vito, but I still feel like the feat is still there. So yeah, I feel like for obvious reasons and for the reasons I just named, that Yami definitely should be at the top of the list, especially being a Magic Knight captain and the captain of the Black Bulls. He obviously is the strongest and should be the strongest, and that makes sense to me. And I feel like that's pretty much it for this video. And with this video, I just try to have a short little video for my first YouTube video. You know, nothing extravagant, nothing special. You know, the editing isn't going to be good on this video or anything like that. But you know, I just try to do this because I feel like I'd have a little fun with it, and I did enjoy making this video and doing, you know, a little bit of research onto these characters, and I really hope you guys like it. It would really mean a lot to me if you guys could like or even sub to this video. I'm not expecting a lot of attention on this video because, you know, it is my first YouTube video. It is very poorly made. I'm probably rambling a little bit in this video. But, you know, as I continue to grow and continue to make videos, hopefully they'll continue to get better. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Please like and sub. It would really show a lot. You know, it really help me. It would really support me. It would really give me more of a drive to make these videos. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, like and sub. And I think that's pretty much it. And I'm out.